The way I'm coolin' out, I make it look professional. Baby boo, she match my drip so everything will go. Accumulating funds, get you some factuals. I've been dope, they can tell that I'm a natural. Listen baby, I know what to do with it. I know what to do, baby, I know what to do with it. I know what to do, baby, I know what to do with it. I know what to do, baby, I know what to do with it. Time for it, black orchids in it. I've been dope since the beginning, focused on winning. I got a vision, moving with more precision. Instead of talking, I pay attention, listen for understanding, and then respond. That's the difference. Purple ashes from its thin dose, looking like elbows. Steaming vegetables, baby, can you roll another one? Now we grooving like I told you in my song run. Cooling out, catching vibes, collecting my funds, collecting my cheese, collecting my ends. Listen, I need that right now. I don't want it to stop, no room to pretend I know I'ma win. Yeah, I need that right now. Factual, baby, I'ma act a fool with it. I'm so Norfolk in the dead stocks, ties fitted. I ain't worried about the bullshit, I'm never tripping. The way I bring presence, you can tell I'm hella gifted. The way I'm coolin' out, I make it look professional. Baby boo, she match my drip so everything will go. Accumulating funds, get you some factuals. I've been dope, they can tell that I'm a natural. Listen baby, I know what to do with it. I know what to do, baby, I know what to do with it. I know what to do, baby, I know what to do with it. I know what to do, baby, I know what to do with it. Completing the objective is what I'ma do. Stay progressive in my lane is exactly what I'ma do. I know what I got, I can't play no games. This life is precious. I don't believe in losses, them life lessons. If you want change, then you gotta rearrange array of things. Make time for your passion, draw up some plays. When I told you I know what to do with it. This beat is cool as shit and I know how to groove with it. If they talk, let them talk. It's obvious you the shit and they mad. That's their way of telling you they fucks with you. It's official, protect your energy at all costs. If they're upset with your honesty, then that's their loss. So many Haribo gummy bears like I got a stock in them. I'll take an endorsement since we talking quite often. The recipe be getting copied, it never works. The ingredients can't be copied. The way I'm coolin' out, I make it look professional. Baby boo, she match my drip so everything will go. Accumulating funds, get you some factuals. I've been dope, they can tell that I'm a natural. Listen baby, I know what to do with it. I know what to do, baby, I know what to do with it. I know what to do, baby, I know what to do with it. I know what to do, baby, I know what to do with it. This that 10 p.m. in St. Pete flow. Yeah, this feel good. Yeah, this shit groovy. This melody is really something for the memory. When you the shit, you inherit all the jealousy. This lemonade squeeze still good with Hennessy. This feels real nice, the instrumental is my therapy. The goal now is to get it and make some more investments. The hustle it never stops, real ones respect it. Legacy matters, by all means you must protect it. If it ain't about the money, baby, don't sweat it. Nike phone posits with the Gucci colorway. Florida vegetation proper, I'ma puff away. Cool breeze, Mother Nature breathing on me, capitalize on everything like typing all uppercase. Of the modern day Roy Ayers, some groovy 65 beer Gale Sayers, some sliding, never slipping. I make it look good, as you can see. I like the rhyme in layers.
10 p.m. in St. Pete. 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 10 p.m. in St. Pete.
The flow really immaculate. That's that shit. What I'm putting on display is true craftsmanship. I put the pen to the pad, the song writes itself. Crafting rhymes, you can see it's real draftsmanship. So vivid, it got naysayers livid. 1,000% organic, this is far from script. Factual. Even though I feel my life a movie, hit those past events, made it out to be a doozy. Don't you let those silly motherfuckers knock you off your pivot. Make some moves for yourself. You gon' be there in a minute. Words to live by. Focus on self and make the best decision. Men lie, women lie. It's about the digits. More money, more problems. That's life shit. Money a tool for you to use to get right slick. Just some thoughts from my mind as I cruise slow. St. Pete like a second home was good though.
10 p.m. in St. Pete. 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 10 p.m. in St. Pete.
Test. 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. What is up? What's good? Appreciate everybody that's in the building, man. Yeah, this definitely gonna be one of those. It's definitely gonna be one of those. And I appreciate everybody that's been supporting too along the way. Thank you. It's definitely not going unnoticed. Hope everybody's having a good Sunday. I know I am. Give me just a second, y'all. Yeah. What's good with y'all, man? Oh, so dope live reloaded, aka OSD live reloaded is the channel. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate y'all each and every time, man. It's a beautiful day. Another day for opportunity. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate y'all subscription, sharing the live stream, sharing the channel. The time is here. The time is now. Another segment of Let's Have a Conversation featuring another great content creator. And I appreciate everybody that's been supporting too. Shouts out to y'all. Let's see who in the building right now. Of course, shouts out to the to my special guest. Shouts out to Selena, aka Selena 3 times. Selena in the building. What's up, Selena? Shout out IRS. Shout out Black Ubiquity.
Factuals.
Shout out Coach.
Factuals.
T-Real.
Factuals.
Randy C.
Factuals.
Martin Show.
Factuals.
Frank Nitty in the building. What's up, G?
Factuals.
Queen Regina in the building. What's up?
Factuals.
Charles Adderley in the building.
Factuals.
What's good, Charles? Hey, man, shouts out to you too, man, for finding the second channel. My guy. Shouts out to Charles Adderley. What's up, man? Floridian Rollo, what's good?
Factuals.
Just Eric,
Factuals.
Uncle L in the building.
Factuals.
Yeah, man. Appreciate everybody that's in the building right now. Young Riaz, what's up?
Factuals.
Young Riaz in the building. The Beef Sector Podcast.
Factuals.
Yeah. I appreciate everybody that's in the building right now. Y'all make sure y'all share this. For sure. Y'all make sure y'all share this. Definitely going to be one of those. Got a very entertaining guest on the way. You know, she's definitely going to, you know, hit the platform and share her thoughts. And we're going to make this thing happen. Again, appreciate everybody. Appreciate everybody that's been supporting, man, along the way. It really means a lot, for sure. You know, y'all have been very supportive, and you know, it goes a long way. And I just want to always make sure I tell y'all thank y'all, you know, because, you know, with anything, you know, without support, nothing happens. So thank y'all. That's the most important thing. So let's get into it. Again, like I told y'all, this is another Let's Have a Conversation segment. I know people like to say interviews, and we're not doing the whole structure of interviews and stuff. We having conversations around here because there's always a conversation that can be had. So I figured this time I reach out to a content creator in particular that has thoughts of their own, that don't mind sharing their thoughts because of how vocal they are in their own content. And that's something that I appreciate in content creators, when they can express themselves and share their own thoughts in their own methodical way. So without further ado, I want to introduce my special guest, Selena, aka Selena 3 times. What is going on?
Hello.
What is going on, Selena? What is up?
How you doing?
Man, I can't call it. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Glad to be here.
Appreciate it. Welcome to the platform. Appreciate you pulling up. You know, this is one of those live streams and pieces of content where people wouldn't have even expected it to happen, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's what keep the ideas fresh and everybody engaged and, you know, sharing their thoughts and sharing their opinions and stuff. So again, welcome, and I appreciate you for coming on the platform to share your thoughts. How you feeling?
You know, I'm always a little nervous. Thank you guys for coming through. I know I can't speak to everybody in my chat, but in your chat, but hello. Thank you for coming by and checking me out. Thank you for allowing me to share your stream. Thank you for the invite. I appreciate that. I really do.
Of course. Yeah. I mean, right away when you asked me, I was like, yeah, for sure, because this is the piece of content that we're both creating together as a collective. So, you know, you definitely gotta.
Now, just to make this clear, you asked me to come on to be a part of.
Yes, I did. Okay. I will make that very clear. Yes. I just like with Selena 3 times and any other guest that I've had on the show, I've definitely reached out because, again, I see a vision, or I have a vision for Let's Have a Conversation segment. So the people that you see on the platform that be in the segments that I have, I do reach out to them individually because of that vision that I have. So yes, the point that, you know, Selena 3 times is making is true, of course, because that's something that, you know, I want to make sure is always clear and concise. And, you know, for the person that's listening, should already understand that that's what's going on, because I have the vision, and there's the certain individuals that I reach out to for these segments is for that very reason. So it's never about anything outside of that, because
Right.
This is what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to network and supposed to be able to see content creators' strengths and what they're so good at and highlight those, because that's what we're here to do. We're here to improve. So
Mhm.
yes, she is, that's absolutely correct.
And you
I
have to
reach
make it
out to
clear because
everyone.
these people will run with a narrative. So I always like to make
Yeah.
sure that people know exactly what's going on. Hey, I stopped reaching behind the scenes to people a long time ago. So I just want to make that clear. But
Mhm.
thank you so much for giving me this invite. I was a little nervous because I'm like, oh Lord, people on here are nuts. So, um, you know,
What was you nervous about? Like, elaborate on that more.
you know, um, I kind of talked to you about a few things, behind the scenes, but it's just it's a tricky place out here in YouTube. You just have to, um, I would say, kind of maneuver wise around here. You don't want to make the wrong move. If you make the wrong move or you say the wrong thing, oh my God, there you go. There's a lie for a whole week or month, a year, So I'm just kind of very cautious of the places that I go now.
Mhm.
And I'm a little bit more cautious of the things that I say. And if I say it, I'm going to stand on it because I said it, right? So I just want to make sure that I'm putting myself in some wise decisions, making some wise decisions, and placing myself in a place where some great things can come out of it, not, more issues. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what I was nervous about, just to be honest.
No, and I definitely understand that perspective, wholeheartedly, especially if it's some things you don't want to bring upon yourself because of something you might
Exactly.
do. You always want to be mindful of the things that you say, because I've said it before, people perceive things differently.
Yes, they
And
do.
being that, people perceive things differently, they'll interpret it differently and move on those actions the way they think they need to because of how they interpreted it. So I definitely
Correct.
get that.
Mhm.
And that's why I was telling you, like, it doesn't even matter, because long as whatever you're doing, you're true to self. That's what
Right.
matters at the end of the day. I mean, at the end of the day, because people are going to say whatever it is they're going to say. you know
Mhm.
um if they're not talking, then you're not doing something right.
Oh,
you know
okay.
that's my thing. If you're important enough to be reported on, or people have an opinion about a thought that you may share, then you're doing something right, because you were able to play on somebody's heartstrings and make them feel compelled enough to express some type of emotion about the things that you say, because none of these things is physical contact. This is all cerebral. you know
Mhm. Okay. Well, hey, I'm ready.
so
Ready.
you know you're on YouTube, of course, as a content creator. What actually brought you to YouTube to want to start bringing, creating? What made you come to YouTube?
Well, it was around the pandemic time. So a lot of the socialization that we once had that was normal was like brought to a halt, And so I started, you know, getting on YouTube and seeing what was going on. And, our places that you could travel was limited, right? You couldn't be
Mhm.
around people, some people we love.
Right.
We had to be, real kind of secluded and isolated. So it was around the pandemic when I really got on, social media, and
Right.
I saw, the different live chats and things like that. And I said, I've seen a live chat, but I didn't know how to work it. So
Yeah.
the first person that chat that I went to was Kwame Brown. That's when he went viral with the,
Mhm.
going back and forth with some NBA players that he once, was, you know, cool with. And then they, fell out. And
Mhm.
I started seeing how the chat moved. And then I started getting in the chat. And then I was just start speaking to people. And then, people would be speaking to me.
Mhm.
And then, every now and then Kwame Brown would have my picture and name up there, and he would be flirting like he did with all the women he flirted with. And so I started getting familiar with people,
Mm.
so that's kind of how I got onto YouTube and really being active. It was after the pandemic is really when I was just on here a lot more than probably I should have been.
Right, right, right,
Mhm.
right. Listen, you can't. If that was your source of entertainment at the time, then that's just what it was.
Yeah. And
You couldn't
forgive me
go
for
anywhere. It was
sniffling.
limited.
Look, I have to say this. Forgive me for sniffling. I'm not on cocaine. I'm not on crack. I'm sniffling because I have allergies. So I want to make that very clear. Because we live in America. Selena on crack. Selena on cocaine. So let me just get out there. And hello to everybody that came through. For me, I appreciate it. Yeah. So I just want to tell you. I might have.
You know what? I don't think people. I don't think no one should be that critical or try to be that. What's the word? Just really critical like that. Really anal about just anything like that. It's just you just really have nothing else to do.
I just have to warn people. Matter of fact, let me get up right now. You can keep talking and let me go give me some tissue. So make sure I'm right.
I got you.
I don't want no problem.
Oh man, y'all. It's. I hope everybody's having a great Sunday. Very, very joyous day. Another day, another opportunity to be able to bring content like this to you all. I'm just very grateful. You okay on your end? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Just gonna get my chair right.
Okay, I got you. Yeah. I hope everybody's having a good Sunday.
Yes,
You know.
indeed.
So,
Yeah.
we're having a great Sunday. Nothing but positive vibrations. That's what you would always want,
Yeah.
going into any day. So yeah, so we kind of got some context as to how you found your way to YouTube, and seeing how the live chat is working and how people are engaging, just sharing
Mhm.
their thoughts, having so many conversations in the chat going on. So it's a lot going on. So I can see how a
Right.
person sees that and like, well, how can I get in the mix? This is like
Yeah,
a whole community.
exactly.
So I
Yeah.
get that. I get that. So what made you actually be like, you know what? I think I can do that too. I think I can create content too. What was that moment like?
Well, it wasn't so much I felt like I can do it. It was kind of like, and shout out to, like I said, the people that support me in the chat. I appreciate you guys. Um, it was kind of like I was pushed into it, had some people speaking on my name in a negative way. And I had to, but people before then had already been telling me to get my own channel, because sometimes I would go up on panels and, because, people would be like, hit the panel, Selena, because they never, heard me talk.
Mhm.
And it was one time, I hit the panel on somebody else's live, and I was talking about a situation. And then after that, people were hitting me up behind the scenes and asking me to, get my own channel. They was like, why won't you get your own channel? You're good. You can have a conversation and all of that. So, and you know how to present yourself. So that's kind of how I got on to getting my own channel. Just basically hearing that and basically being forced to, because at the time I felt like I had to uh, defend myself and defend my name. So I ended up getting my own channel, and I'm here today, surprisingly, through the grace of God. So and I that's the only person I can really say, uh through the grace of God, I'm here, and I'm not,
Mhm.
hiding up under a rock or so crazy that I need to go into an insane asylum. Because when you deal with some of these folks on here, it definitely will make you question your sanity. So yeah. I feel like that was when I knew I had to defend my name, started doing that, but then I didn't want to stay on that. I started doing other content, things that I wanted to talk about, you know, things that I thought that was important to me. And I always wanted to be real with myself and real with my audience. I didn't want to come on here and act like I was this holier than thou, even though some people try to view me, put me as that, paint me as that. Never want to be a holier than thou, and I'm gonna coach your life and tell you what you need to do. I'm trying to figure out how to deal with my own life. So in the midst of me going through my own journey, I'm trying to not only help myself, but help other people. Because in my journey, I've learned some things. I've always learned we don't just go through things just because we go through things, because it's a lesson we got to learn from it, something that we didn't learn. And maybe it's somebody else that needs that. So that is how I came into this cesspool of YouTube. Yeah.
Mm. Ah. And see, that's the intricate plot, I would say, that I was speaking about when I say that so many people on YouTube platform in general just are up here for different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And people have to understand that just because you're here for a certain reason don't mean that the next person is there for that same very reason or how they arrived on the platform. And that's just something to consider, when you think about or, want to be critical of, the next person. People are up here for different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a prime example, your story of just how you was able to, first, involve yourself in the chats and then seeing that and being like, you know what, I think I'm able to, create some content as well. And there's people that think I can do it too. So I might as well try my hand at it. And you did that. And the point where you were saying, people can, if you let it, people can basically drive you crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because of,
If you let them.
they say if you let them, right. So I want to say to that too, because you made a point with that was, that's why, platforms, just the internet in general, you already have to have some type of foundation with yourself. You already have to know who you are in the first place,
Right.
So a place like the internet where it's just all different types of people with warped minds and how they
Raised
do their
differently.
things and just a lot of things going on. You already can't let their judgment, cloud yours, especially if you know who you are. So,
Right.
that you of course, you'll take the, the opinions as they happen, but you got to also remember, who you are, or know who you are. So things
Yes.
like that won't be able to chink your armor. You know what I'm saying? So
Right. Right.
that's how I look at all this anyway, because outside of this, I am who I am. So a place like this couldn't be some place where I would give them the pleasure of thinking that they can, do whatever they want with my mind. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I'm already in a foundation. I'm already structured and built on something. You understand? So a place like this could never, tear me down, because I know the psychological that goes into, people's thinking already,
Some mess I brought myself into, and a lot of it I was brought, other people brought me into it. So
Mm,
I learned to take accountability for where I was, lacking good judgment, common
mhm,
sense, you know, and I put some of that on me, you know what I'm saying? But not all of it. We ain't
mhm,
gonna do that now. But I would say some of it was because of lack of judgment, lack of good judgment, not being discerning, and not thinking, at the time, like I said, I have friends, I have family, I have people that love me. So it wasn't that I was lacking friends. It was just, this was a new experience to me. And sometimes when you're in the midst
mm,
of new experiences and you're learning and meeting different people, it gets exciting for a while.
mm,
But until you realize you're surrounded around a lot of snakes. So you have to make sure that you don't become one, you know.
Mm,
Um, and so, in the midst of you learning your way, you're gonna make some mistakes.
mm,
That's okay, but you have to learn, even in those mistakes that you've made, that you have to take accountability on your part.
mm-hmm,
You know what I'm saying? So I think the world in general, people lack accountability. They say, you need to take accountability. You need to take accountability. They're always pointing at other people,
mm-hmm,
but point that thumb back at you because some of your stuff ain't right. You know, your
mm,
stuff stinks. So I think it's a double-edged sword when you're dealing with, judgment. When you're judging other people, it needs to come back to you. Um, I noticed some things that we hated about other people. Maybe some of that behavior we also display as well. So we
mm-hmm.
always have to make sure that we're checking ourselves um, a little bit more often rather than judging more often. You understand? So that's kind of how I feel about it.
No, and I understand that. That makes that makes sense. You just as critical as you are with someone else, you need to be just as critical for self
Yes,
because
indeed.
either way you slice it, you are in control of your actions and how you conduct yourself as a person. You may not be responsible for anybody else's actions, which you will not
Exactly.
be because they're their own entity.
Hmm.
But you yourself as a person, you are responsible for what you do.
Hmm.
So you should always govern yourself accordingly. So I definitely understand that.
Hmm.
Yes, I agree, along the way of how life is. Uh, I don't look at things much so as losses. I look at them as
Hmm.
experience from life lessons. So if you want to take the L and make it anything, you can make it like life lessons because you need those type of things to happen so you'll be able to identify it again when you see it before it even transpired because it happened before. So now you know how to pretty much extinguish that fire before it spreads.
Right.
So you need that experience. You need things to happen. You need to learn from it because if you keep doing the same thing over and over again and getting the same results, it's a form of insanity.
You're right. Exactly. Exactly.
So, you if you want change, you got to be the change.
Yeah. And I realized when I was and maybe crashing out is the wrong description, but I kind of seen myself being pulled in to
Hmm.
stuff that I felt like I could go another direction. And maybe some of the people that followed me from the beginning that actually, believed in me, they would be thinking like, what is going on with Selena? And so when I saw myself kind of going down that road where I'm giving people the energy that they don't deserve, I realized that I was responsible for that. So how do I change that? I took some time, thought about what do I need to do, what's important, and I looked at the fact that I got people in my life that care so much about me, they don't want me going down that road, right? Then I have people that maybe looking up to me or maybe admire me from afar, and I'm responsible for my platform. What
Hmm.
I do, what I say. I'm not one of those people that's in the beef. If I was one of those people that's in the beef, that I can understand that. That's their platform. That's what they're on. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's them. And that's cool. But since I said for myself, for my channel, I wanted to talk about personal development. I want to talk about spirituality. I want to talk about what was going on in the world. I want to talk about how I see the world and how I have moved through life and maneuvered my way through life and be real with myself and real with my audience. That's what I wanted to do. So since I seen people playing me like a yo-yo and I gave them that permission, I had to be like, I gotta take that back because I cannot allow anybody, especially people I don't know, care nothing about pull my strings and make me a puppet, and I had to learn to play chess. And the thing is, it's really easy to get distracted. It's really easy to give people what they want.
Mm-hmm.
You're playing into what they want. They want your energy. They're your good energy. They want you to look a certain way in front of other people to prove to themselves that see what she doing over there. She ain't no better than me. You see, and then here you go playing right into it. And I said, no. This is not going to work for me. I took some time to myself. I had a really great time with some people in my life that's dear to me. I had a really good friend coming from New York. He came to visit me. We had a great time. So there's some things that happened for me that kind of changed my perspective. I started looking at the real people that I have in my life and not so worried about YouTube life. People are going to hate you. They're going to talk about you. They're going to misunderstand you on purpose. On purpose. So what are you going to do about it? Like you said, they talked about Jesus. They're going to talk about you. You're no different. And you're definitely not any better. Right? So when you understand that and you know the platform that you're on, you learn, look, I can't entertain it. I gotta walk away. Even though I wish verbally I could whoop their ass, right? You wish verbally, but physically really, but verbally you can only do that on the internet. You can't unless you pull up on people, right? So since you verbally can give people ass whoopings, maybe there's another way you can give people ass whoopings without demeaning yourself. And that's me. I'm not talking about nobody else. Everybody has a different type of platform. So everybody does their thing differently. And for those people that go to the gutter, that's their platform. That's what it's based on. So I can't judge that. That's what their platform is. But since I'm not into that type of platform, I'm more chill. I'm more cool, laid back until I get really upset. Then, the explosive, the fireworks, the grenades, all them explosives comes out. But I really, for the most part, I'm really chill. That's my temperament. Some people get mad at you because you try to be level-headed. You need to be thankful that I'm trying to be level-headed. And most people that are chill and calm, it's not because they're a punk. They just know how ignorant and stupid they can be. And they don't want to go down that route. They want to make sure that they are representing themselves. Again, this is my platform. I'm not into the beat. So with me going a different route, I'm not on no positive stuff either, because it's positive and negative in every situation. So for me to be super positive would be disingenuous, because life is not always super positive. Can I find positive in everything? Pretty much. But there's just some days that I might come on here and I just might be like, you know what? People get on my damn nerves. Let me tell you why. And then some days I'm like, move forward. I learn. I can't dwell on the past. So it's things that I'm learning throughout this journey of being on YouTube. And I'm just learning to apply it to my own life. I hate preachers that talk about do this, do that. But then when you look at their life behind the scenes, they sleeping with about 2 or 3 mistresses. Okay, let me get that right. My Texas twang sometimes mix me up, but they have all these women on the side. They had babies on the side, and it's like y'all not believing nothing that you're preaching or teaching. And I don't want to be like that. I want to be what I tell you, oh so dope. Don't give up. I know it's hard out here as a Black man. Just don't give up. You whatever you got, God got put it in you. I need to believe the same thing for myself. You know what I'm saying? So I've always wanted to be a person that I don't want to tell nobody nothing that I ain't trying to do myself. So I said, mm, let me be a little bit more self-aware of me. Let me have a come to Jesus meeting. Let me understand what's going on with me at this point, and I knew that I was going to go the other route. And so I had to pull myself back. And thank God I have people that care about me enough to tell me, hey, you need to come on back home. And I'm not talking about literally, but you need to come back to what you know is right. So it is what it is. You make your mistakes on here. Just don't keep being the yo-yo.
Yeah, I totally agree. You have to go through things in order to understand the dynamics of how things work.
Right.
Because again, people had to do just that first for them to be able to be, to run the things that they may run,
Mhm.
because they went through that same experience. And all you can do, like you said, is learn from it and build on that. Once you have that experience, you build on that. And
Right.
one of the things that you said that was very important, that's one of the things that's very important, I should say. What you were saying, you definitely was hitting some real key notes for somebody that's listening. um is you have to have people in your corner that's willing to go the distance to keep you grounded.
Mhm.
You have to have people in your corner that's going to tell you, no, that's not a good idea. I don't think you should do that. Or how about let's try another approach with this, because a lot of times, you might be in your head so much that you need somebody on the outside looking in that has
Mhm.
another perspective on something. So that was very
Right.
important what you said too. You need if not a person or just people in general to
Right.
keep you grounded, just to make sure you're not tripping, and then they got your best interests at heart.
Right.
So that is, I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, I was telling on my last live, I said I have an accountability team.
Mm,
So when I feel like or I'm feeling away, I'll be like,
mm.
girl, I'm about to cuss this beep out. I need you to pray for me. I need you to say a scripture. And then too, yes, it's good to have those people in place, but at the
Mhm.
same time, you gotta also make sure you hold yourself accountable so much to the point where if I can't reach them, right?
Mhm.
I gotta talk to myself and be like, Selena, do you really want to go down this route? Do you even know this person? No.
Mhm.
Do you even care about their existence? No. So why do you care what they say?
Right.
Why do you care what they lied about?
Right.
Why does this affect you? So these are the things I even have to, when I can't reach my accountability team, I gotta talk to myself and be like, is it worth it?
Right.
Most of the time, it is not. It's just because I felt like it, and my ego is in the way, and I want to prove a point to let
Mhm.
these people know that don't keep beat with me, okay? You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? Beat, So I'm
Right.
like, look, like, don't let don't let the lace front, the nails fool you. I'm telling you. I wish these people, people really need to understand that some of the people that you think ain't about that are not made that way. You will be surprised. You don't know people. You don't
Right.
know people's background. You don't know what people had to face and endure and deal with in their life.
Right.
You don't know their experiences. So it's best to keep your mouth off of people because you don't
Right.
know. It could be somebody that look as sane when you see them. They look well groomed, but
Mhm.
they will come and see you.
Mhm.
They will come and meet you, and then when they see you, they will have that energy. So I just don't understand people with all of the situations that I've heard from people that have had situations on social media. People still have not learned yet. Your mouth is definitely going to cash a check that your ass cannot cash. It just will not. Some people will have to learn the hard way. Unfortunately, some people are so reckless with their mouth and they feel like I can do that. It's freedom of speech. That's my amendment, First Amendment or whatever. But I'm like, your mouth is going to get you in a situation that you can't get out of. And when that happens, you remember all the things you said, talking out the side of your neck. And that's why I try not to be reckless with my mouth. I really do. And I always say I will have that same energy if I see you in real life. And I mean that. I'm not the type of person that definitely likes to start stuff, but I definitely am a person. I'm not going to run either. I'm just not. And that comes with just anything. In life, we hate confrontations, right? We hate tribulations, trials, and things. But I have always been a person I stood on what I believed. I always was a person that didn't run. Whatever I had to endure, I just had to endure it, you know? And so when people tell me, or if people that I don't know tell me I'm not built that way, it's very offensive because you do not know my story. And since you don't care to know it, that's fine. But don't put stuff on me or say things about me and you are lying. You don't know me. You haven't been where I've been. You haven't experienced the things that I've experienced. You haven't endured what I had to endure. Just like I haven't been what you've been, have went through. So I don't try to speak on a lot of people's stuff but there is some behaviors that is very noticeable either way. I understand that, but I really try to make sure that I just try to be myself and stay in my lane. That's all. Every now and then I veered away and got out of my lane, trying to help people, and I ended up backfiring on me. So what I realized is I got to work on my discernment. I got to work on not having, making sure my judgment is, good when I'm dealing with people, what I say, how I do things. It's a lot of different factors when you're dealing with people, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
Definitely. It's all experiences.
Mm-hmm.
You need those experiences to be able to, make you a better person, from learning from those, just like that. Again, to keep doing the same thing over and over again, that says a lot about the person. Like, you don't want different results, but if
No,
you're
you
able,
don't.
yeah, exactly. You just don't, you don't want no resolution. You don't want anything of that degree. You still want to, continue to wallow in the mess. All for the sake of, you think that's what people, you know, receive better. When really, resolution is the one thing that a lot of people should understand that goes a long way. It goes much further than the mess, and it gives people different outcomes. So I definitely agree with you on that. And you saying you were able to identify the things that you was doing wrong on your end, makes much more sense because again, we're always in control of our own actions.
Right.
So a person, people going to be people, and that's one thing they're going to do. But at the end of the day, we're always in control of how we respond or what we do, in certain situations. So that definitely was
Right.
a key point. So I
Right.
agree with that.
And I thank you for giving me the opportunity because I'm pretty sure somebody behind the scenes was talking about me in your ear and you didn't judge me. You took me for who I am and not what a person or people said. And I appreciate that. So thank you.
Oh, of course. No problem at all. You're welcome. That's just me as a person because I understand people may have rifts with people for their own personal reasons, and people have their own situations, and I'm in no position to, speak on it because the rifts that people may have is their situation. But I can't let that cloud my judgment as to how the person responds to me or interacts with me. If it's something that along the line pretty much identifies with the person and what they said, then that just is what it is too. But even still, that would be because of the situation that I have with the person. So I'm not gonna have a notion about somebody off the strength of what somebody else might think because I have my
Right.
own mind. You know, one of the things that I'm very strong about is individualism. A lot of people need to really exercise that a lot. Being your own entity, having your own thoughts, not letting people persuade your mind to think about what it is that you're seeing. Now, I get it. It could be a person that a lot of people don't particularly care for, and
Mm.
have some type of reserves for, and it's a group effort, because again, when you have sheeple, they're going to be in the mix, but you can't be mad at them
Mhm.
because they don't know no better. Because if they knew
Oh,
better, they would know that people, they would know that they shouldn't be having nobody tell
mm,
them how to think. But being that I know that they allow somebody the ability to do that, I
mm,
I give them a pass. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't know no better. But the people that understand, what they're doing and how they can play on those things, that's who I hold accountable for because they understand what they're doing. So, um, me in my interaction with a person is the way it is, or the way you might have crossed paths or whatever is cool, then that's
mm.
how I will view it. I wouldn't view it any other way. If I
Right.
was to see it somewhere else where they might have different viewpoints about me that they know they could have expressed that to me because I've always given ample opportunity for that for any content creator, then I'm like, all right, cool. You can, do your thing because because I'm operating on consistency because I hold myself to that same standard,
Right.
you
I
know.
don't know what is. I don't know if that's the real Damn D, but it's Damn D's in chat. He said saying drop the link. Damn D, this is not a Damn D show. uh,
Yeah.
Also dope is interviewing me. So
Yeah, and what
all
up,
right.
damn D? What's going on, man? Hey,
I don't
but
know
if
if
you
that's
got a
the real.
question or anything, oh, and that actually is a good segue, actually. For
Oh,
the
okay.
audience
You want to
that's
come through?
yeah, so for the audience that's listening right now, uh Selena, at her discretion, we'll be taking questions either in the chat or if you're a person that would like to put a voice with your words and want to hit the link to ask your question, please feel free to, and I would definitely open up that portion of this segment soon, and I will let everybody know. So hang around and ask your question. So yes, I did want to put that out. That was a good segue because I did want to actually add that particular tidbit in there
Right.
to let
Go ahead.
everybody know that you would take questions from either the chat or at your discretion. You feel that a
Right.
person has you know uh that ability to have a conversation with you, can put a voice with their questions. So yes, everyone, if you're listening, questions can be asked at Selena's discretion.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, as long as people are respectful, I don't have a problem with answering some hard questions. So you said drop the link, damn it. Do you want
I
to drop
mean,
the
and
link?
that's fine. Damn D. Again, dude, I appreciate you pulling up, but I'll let you know when we get to that segment of that portion of the show. Right now, I'm conducting the show. I would, I greatly appreciate that if you respect that and enjoy the entertainment. Basically enjoy the show, man. I
Damn
will open up that portion when I open up that portion, but
you
we haven't gotten to that particular segment of the show yet. So please enjoy the show and
damn
thank you
D.
for pulling
You,
up.
you know damn D you want to make it about him. Regina
Of
said
course,
go to phone.
and of course, that's what people will do, and that's fine. But again, this is my show, and
Yeah,
this
I
is
got
our show actually as a collective because you are also part of the material as well, and that's what we are. So
yes indeed.
Yeah. So yeah, so moving right along. Okay, so we have some context as far as, when you've entered the chats on YouTube, and
Uh-huh.
you've seen that you can jump out and be your own content creator as well. So when you went into your content creator bag, what what topics did you just know that you wanted to discuss to actually get into, Selena, to Selena's content? What you say, okay, I'm gonna talk about this and this will be my content. Like, what did you know what topics you wanted to speak about?
I I went on my feelings, which sometimes I shouldn't have, but I would say some of my content was based on like what was going on in the world, some of the things that I saw that was going on with society, and then it would be about my feelings, how I see certain things, how I deal with certain people, and all this kind of stuff. So it was a mixture of everything. Like my I can't really pinpoint everything, but uh I was just like, it's whatever I felt like talking about at the time. That's kind of how I rock. Now I feel like I try to really think before I just go out there and put something out, because I understand that regardless if I have 100 views or, 1,000 views or more, um, I have to be true to me, and I have to make sure that it's something that I really feel, want to talk about, because you can do stuff for other people. Yes, you need people to come and watch you. That's the point of having a YouTube channel. But at the same time, I can't like doing the content where I'm going back and forth with people. That is draining as hell. I don't see how people can do it. I can't. You know what I'm saying? So just because that's what people want to see, especially in the sector that I'm kind of associated with. Sometimes that's what they want to see. I can't give it to you. I
Mhm.
can't. That stuff is draining to me. I get emotionally involved and stuff. Now, some of these people can detach themselves emotionally from it. I can't. So it's a part of me knowing who I am. So since I know I can't be really like unemotionally detached, I would get really into it, especially like if I don't really like somebody, if I'm pissed off at what somebody did, this is not a play. I'm really pissed off.
Right.
So I cannot do that content, period. So I just do things that I feel like I'm still getting the message across on how I feel about certain things, but not going beyond where I know is a danger zone for me. So then I dropped the link for you. You are not this. What is wrong with this nigga? Like, what's wrong with damn
I
dude?
don't I don't I don't know what's going on. It's actually kind of
Crazy.
weird,
I
so
am
that the dude,
I
see,
am on my
but
flat.
let me say this. Let me say this, and I'll say this. Damn
Great.
D, damn D. Again, what up, man? Man to man, you see, I'm conducting my content, and you see what we doing right here. But I guess you want to insert yourself in some type of way. I don't understand why you can't wait for the section of the questions. You want something to happen in your time, but dude, it don't work like that. This is something that I put together. This is my content, so my content is going to go the way that I want my content to go. Nobody's going to deviate and going to make me deviate from that plan. This is something that I already set forth and put in motion. So someone like you are you don't control that. Again, uh, you do what you do, but something like this that I have control over, no, man.
Is that really down D? That could be a
I
troll.
I don't know, but I'm just saying, if it is,
That's probably a troll. But
hey, even still, if it is, this goes to anybody that feels that way. This content is going to go the way also Dope Live Reloaded think sees it going to go. Nobody has no hand in that, especially if I'm the one that orchestrated it. It's going to go the way that I would like to. And if I tell you that it's going to have a question segment in this live stream, then that's what we're going to have. But we will get there when I'm ready to get there. I just want to make that very clear for anybody, not just, him in particular, but anybody that's watching this. This content is going to go the way I would like this content to go. So just so we're very clear.
Okay.
So again, moving forward. So yeah, I get it. It can be draining that, you can be talking about somebody and having all these different that's a like why would you want to put that kind of energy into somebody and give them that satisfaction to talk about them like that, so I get it. You want, and there's so much other things that you can talk about that's going on in the world, going around in your surrounding area, so
Right.
you can give energy to that going on in your life, that you might want to share. Not saying, of course, the extra personal stuff, but the stuff that you feel like could be content worthy, that it won't like,
Right.
of course, interfere in the personal life. But yeah, so I definitely get that, and I think that's what makes the good content creating, when you're able to take an idea and make it translate that person, that to make it translate
Mhm.
on camera the way it does. A lot of people don't have that skill set. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. And it's amazing. And I ask people that's in my chat if you could please make sure you watch people that are trolling. It's amazing how people can see, oh, it's draining, it's boring, but why are you watching? So move around and find something else that you like to
I
watch.
don't I don't mind any of those comments, because again, they're here.
It's a
You
lot
know,
of other, interviews I saw that was boring, and the person was boring. But anyway, keep going, move along. But
that's it.
anyway, but back to what we was talking about.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah, go ahead. You can go ahead and answer. I'm gonna get damn Dito. I think he was trying to be a distraction to me.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. I don't be worrying about these, these entities up here. I don't let it, do anything to me. It's the internet.
Right.
People hold this thing with a high regard the way they do. But again, that goes back to what I was telling you about. If you are already grounded in something, so coming to a place like this could never shake your foundation, because you already had structure.
Hmm. Yeah.
So something like, what he was, that was cool. That didn't make me look a certain way. If anything, that kind of put him in the light of people that seen that and seen how he was conducting himself. But at the end of the day, that's for him to, handle and deal with. And me, I'm going to move forward with whatever it is I have going on. So it is what it is. But just how things like that, how they play in, you just gotta be solid and grounded on stuff. That's just what it comes down to. So
Now
we
my
have the, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, my thing is, if I did not have that, like you saying about being grounded and everything like that, like I would be on here acting a straight up fool. Do you hear me? Like a certified fool. Like,
Right.
but I realized I'm like, you have to. I had to talk to myself. Like, you don't know these people, regardless of how much these people think they know you, and they know you from A to Z. They don't know you. They don't know you. they
Right.
just they just talking. They trying to find some
That's
things
it.
wrong with you, but it's all good. DMD is harmless, and he's harmless, but it's all good. um when I have my live, you can come up to say whatever you need to say. Damn D on Selena's couch. But like I said, on this platform, you learn how to move. I
Yeah,
wish I could be like some of the people that have all the bells and whistles and all of that can edit, and as we're, talking, DMD is very talented in that. And it's a few other content creators that are very talented,
so
and I
so
didn't like how you did yours.
right. And
Mhm.
and I definitely agree with that. So
Mhm.
we spoke about Selena's couch. What
Oh
what
yeah.
actually went into, the idea for the, get that type of content to go about that direction? What
I had
inspired
a subscriber by the name of Ivy. He it was a something I was talking about, and it was a person that came on my platform. This person was just kind of telling, I forgot who it was, and they were just telling everything that was going on with them, and I was just talking to them, just kind of like a therapist, you know what I'm saying? And so IB said, you should make this called Selena Couch.
Mm.
And I was like, Selena's Couch. I'm like, that's pretty good. So I could actually have people come on my platform and they can talk about whatever they want to talk to, whatever's bothering them. If they have an issue with another person or whatever, they can talk about whatever they want to talk about, right?
Right.
So, or even if they had an issue with me. So that's the reason of Selena's Couch being made. I had some people that sometimes come on, you know, when I have open panel and you have people that will come on and have a conversation with you. And I thought that was pretty neat that he came up with that idea. And I was like, man, I like that. I like that. So, yeah, so I have every now and then I have people that are bold enough, because everybody not bold enough to come on Selena's Couch. I don't know what it is. You know, they have some open panels, people just run to them. With mine, you know, they kind of come in every now and then, one or two, you know, people will come in and come up on my panel, but it's like people be scared to come on my Selena's Couch. So I really like to have, like, kind of what you're saying. I like to have a lot of authentic kind of conversations, like really how you feel about stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like a lot of the disingenuous stuff, the stuff that, you know, good and damn well you don't feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Or you may be feeling a way about a certain thing, and or you may have experienced something in life, you know, and you want to just talk about it. So that's why I have Selena's Couch. I love it. I wish that I kind of took a break a little bit, but I'm going to get back into doing Selena's Couch, where people that want to come up, you're more than welcome. You can even come up, also dope. And,
yeah, absolutely. I like the idea. That's why I mentioned it. Yeah, I would love to. Listen, if you will have me, I would definitely.
I would love to.
Come and converse with Selena on her couch for sure.
Yeah.
You know, if you have me, I will definitely do that. I will come up there and we just have a conversation just like this one, because, you know, even though people we come from different corners of the world, we all got a story and we all can relate in some way, shape, form, or fashion. You know?
Right. So I would love it. So yeah, so what else we're gonna talk about? Let's
what's on your mind? Like, you know, when you're doing your content creating thing, you've been, making your videos, doing your live streams. What is something that you think people should know about Selena, the creator?
Well, I don't like being too transparent on here, to be honest with you. But what I will say is I want to give enough transparency so people can see, yes, I am a real person, right? But at the end of the day, I never want to put everything out there. I don't want to put a lot of things out there, because number one, is nobody's business, and people will use it against you, right? But what I will say is that I do always try to be myself, be sincere. If I don't mean no harm, if I say I don't mean no harm, I didn't mean no harm. If I said, yeah, I did it, or I said it, yeah, I did it, and I said it. You can put that, you can put money on it. You know, but I'm never going to go around here trying to be something that I'm not. And so when people put jackets on me that don't fit, that's very offensive. And I know they don't give a damn. I'm going to say give a damn. I was going to try to turn it around and but at the end of the day, I do try to be myself. I don't try to be anybody else.
Right.
You know, it's some days, you know, like I don't know if you've seen where I'll come on here with makeup. Some days I'll not come on here with makeup. I'm going to be Selena. However I want to do it, you best to believe I'm going to do it the way I want to do it.
Right.
And I'm not going to try to please other people. And I knew that when I was trying to be a people pleaser at one point, because I felt like, we got to walk on eggshells. I can't say this. I can't do this, or they're going to do this. They're going to do. do what you want to do. Just know that whatever you do is going to be done back to you. I might not give it back to you. It may come in a different form of fashion. But whatever you put out, you reap what you sow. So I try to make sure that I'm holding myself accountable, and whatever I'm going to put out there, it's going to be because I already know the consequences behind it, right? So I can't blame nobody if it blow up in my face. But at the
Right.
same time, I don't want to put things out there just to be coming at people any kind of way. But at the same time, like I said before, I want to be respectful. But I there's some days that I'm just gonna just be. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say,
Right.
and I know the consequences of it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no,
So
and I had to.
you ready? Well, you tell me. Also, though, when you ready for people to come up
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah. Well, I will let, like I said before, and the audience and everybody listening in attendance right now, I will let y'all know when we ready for the question segment. I'm just trying to get some context. More so, this interview is about Selena. It's not about any content creator outside of that. This is about Selena. Her sharing, and she's sharing her thoughts on how she look at things, being on YouTube, and sharing her experiences as well. So I heard you speak about trying to be a people pleaser, and how you learned that that's just not the way to go because you'll burn yourself out. What was it at that very instance when you was like, all right, I can't do this? Was it, what was that like? You really saw yourself going in so many different directions?
Well, a part of this social media world is kind of like you're in a matrix, right? And you can be anybody you want to be on this app. You can you can be anybody, right? So when you come on here, you get to know people from what they show you. You meet, most of the time you meet people's representative, right? Because we
Hmm.
don't know each other at the end of the day.
Right.
So you come on here trying to, I guess in some ways, you still yourself, but nobody wants to be hated, right? No one wants to be just dislike all the time. There's a part of you, like any other human, that wants to be accepted, wants to be loved. No, I'm not saying that you get your love on here. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just talking about a basic human needs, right? That's what I'm talking about. Basic human needs, not what you want on YouTube. When you want all of that on YouTube, you have an issue. Okay, so let me clarify that, because people will say, "Oh, you want somebody?" No, I already have that in real life. But you wanted, when I came on here, I wanted more of a social life because, like I said, we were in a pandemic at the time, right? So when I came on here, I had different type of expectations. I had different type of things of maybe this is how, even though I'm myself, maybe I should be like this because I don't want to come off too I don't want to be just disliked, but at the same time, I don't want to be just overboard either. So I was trying to figure out where I just needed to be until something just hit me like, what are you talking about? Just be yourself. You're trying to please people that you'll never meet, you don't even know, and they could care less. Thank you,
Hmm.
CC. They could care less about you. So why are you trying to make sure you walk on eggshells or be liked? Why? Because you're just in social media. I'm not even like that in real life. I could care less. But for the most part, I'm liked when I go to work, or when I'm dealing with people on the outside. I have good relationships with people, whether it's just friendships or not. I'm good. I don't have confrontations with people all the time. Very rarely do I have confrontations, unless somebody just blatantly disrespectful. So I was already in my own space, just being myself. But then when you come on social media, like I said, it's another world. So you're trying to figure out, okay, I am myself. At the same time, you don't want to be just widely disliked either. So you try to be everybody's supporter, everybody's not friend, but everybody. You try to be cool with everybody, and you can't do that. If you can't do that in real life, even though, like I said, I don't have a lot of confrontations in my real life,
right?
But I'm also a loner too. So there's a part of me that I'm kind of, I have my group, my crew, but I'm to myself as well. So, and you can do that in real life. But when you're coming on here and you're in different chats, you're around certain people, you just want to, just fit in where you can get in, if that makes sense. And I found that
definitely makes sense.
That was me being a people pleaser.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to realize that ain't something I want to keep doing, because you find out people don't give a damn about you. I would say 99.9% of people do not give a damn about you. They don't give a damn about what you're going through. They don't give a damn about if you're a good person. They don't give a damn about anything.
Mm-hmm.
So so while you trying to sit up here and walk on eggshells with people, while you trying to sit up here and be well liked, you really just shooting yourself in the foot. Because really, at the end of the day, you can have people speak to you all the time in the chat. Hey, and they'll be like, I can't stand that bitch. That kind of stuff. You're like, so much animosity. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, then they'll get up. Then when, they really get mad at you, then they'll do lives on you. They'll do platform, have platform panels on you. I can't stand that bitch, that fake bitch. I hate that bitch. I'm like, ooh, so demonic. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, people be on some different type of energy. So I'm like, you take your crazy ass over there. Let me get over here, because I can't, we in two different states. We might be in the same state, but I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you over there, because I'm not fitting into that. But these people are crazy. And I don't know if it is really them, because like I said, people be on, I don't know if they, build characters. Like I said, I was at one point a little people pleaser at one point.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if they have made up characters on here that they have become so hard and I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, bitch. What's up, bitch? Now I'm like, oh my God. But guess what? If I see you, I'm gonna be on that energy, right? So I'm gonna be like that in real life. So it's like, you're doing all of this for what? And people, it don't take nothing for people to not like you. Like, you could just walk, you could just come on here. Look at that bitch, all that fucking makeup, and look at that hair. Oh, look at that lace front. Oh, it's so scary. I'm like, oh my God, so much hate and venom. But this is the energy that people be on. And that's why I said I had to separate myself over there, because I understood if I stayed over here, I was going to be feeding into the foolishness with them. Don't make me better than nobody. It just means that I'm making better decisions. And the decisions that I'm making is going to work for me. I could care less about what a person thinks as far as her content's trash. Oh, I don't like her. She's a fake bitch, or she's this. I don't give a damn at the end of the day. I've made it up in my mind. I can't please none of you motherfuckers. Neither do I give a damn. Now, this is the real Selena. And this is just what it is, on a Sunday. Okay. And I really just don't care now. I'm just like, you could not do nothing to people, and people will make up a whole character. And they would be so diabolical with it. You would think, damn, am I really like that? You have looking at yourself like, am I really, so when I realized where I was might be going, I had to pull myself back. I was like, nah, I can't play with these folks. These folks will make you get straight up ignorant. Okay. So I'm just learning to move differently than I used
Right.
to. It's funny how people have so much hatred and dislike for people and that you owe them so much. I had a person to
Right.
think I owe them so. I'm like, well, I did what I was supposed to do. I reached out to you. I had the link. I was telling the person what I was trying to do to show them I was being respectful,
Right.
but if a person already don't like you, you got one little inch to do something. Just one, just a little centimeter. That gives them the right and the ammunition to violate you to the core. And they don't care nothing about your feelings. Because guess what? They didn't like you in the first place.
Right.
But they pretended and then call you fake. But you didn't like me in the first place. But so when I did this little thing that you felt was wrong or slighted you, then it gave you the right to be so degrading, so evil. In their mind, yes. Because they like, you violated me. I'm going to violate you to the motherfucking core. I'm like, these people, they've been watching too many movies or video games or something, because in real life, it don't work like that. Like in real life, you out here in the hood, and I've been in the hood for a minute. I was raised up in the hood. So I don't understand how these people think that this kind of behavior I know they know when they get out there in the streets, they can't act like them. So they come on the internet and they're the big bad wolf. Yeah. So, but the quiet ones is who you need to watch. That's all I'm gonna say. All I'm gonna say. Hello to everybody that came through. I can't speak to everybody. Hello.
Shout out to the chat, man.
Factuals.
We got Selena 3 times sitting down, sharing her thoughts.
Again, I'm sniffling because I have allergies. I was not on any cocaine today. No, I'm not on any cocaine, period. So look, I don't know what's going with that narrative. So no, it's all right.
We got Selena 3 times sitting down, sharing her thoughts. Appreciate everybody that's in the chat sharing their thoughts as well. Just pretty much getting some insight, into the mind of, Selena, and how she looks at, her content creating process and how she views her experience on YouTube. That's just some things that, a lot of people don't really speak about, and others that don't even think to, even have a thought in their mind as to how, all people, made their way on the platform, because again, people are up here for their own various reasons. Just because somebody is up here for their reason don't mean the next person is, so you just got to be mindful of that. And I think a lot of times people don't even think about it because they're so busy thinking about what they got going on, which you should, but at the same time, have an understanding as well as, self-awareness and awareness around, your environment as well too, being on YouTube. So
what also though, and it's really amazing how if you're not on the other end, that's why I said walk in people's shoes before you're so easily speaking on something that you don't know anything about. If you're not on this platform and you're just a subscriber, you're just supporting people, but you have so much to say when other people respond in a way that you deem to be negative or redundant. Yes, sometimes it is, right? Yes, because there is some content creators, they're redundant, they beat a dead horse all the time. We get that, we understand. But at the same time, when it's people that are just speaking on stuff every now and then, and they feel the need to address the issue, because there was maybe a lie or something that was said on the person that was untrue, give that person some grace. You know what I'm saying? Don't be so easily where you can just speak and say, well, you shouldn't give people your energy. That is true. you shouldn't care about what other people think. That is true too. At the same time, you're not on this side. So things hit differently sometimes when you're in a different when you're in a different role or place, if that makes sense. You may think, oh, this wouldn't bother me because I don't care what people say about me. Come behind and have your own channel. When people are coming at you, people are saying crazy things under troll names. People are saying really nasty stuff in the comments. Come on this side and have it done, repetitively over and over and over again. Every now and then, because we are human, right? Because we go through our own daily issues with just life, and then having to come on and deal with that, it can be a bit much. And then some people say, well, just get off of YouTube. That's a good way to do things. You can just get off of YouTube and ignore everything. Yeah, that's great. But at the same time, I was always taught you don't run from anything. Had I not been a real fighter, I would have left a long time ago. I wouldn't have even started my channel. I wouldn't, even if I did, as I started my channel, having all that different stuff happening, I would have just said, you know what, I'm done. I'm leaving. I'm canceling I don't care about the monetization. I don't care anything about that. I don't do that kind of stuff. I've never been a runner. I've always been a fighter. Long nails and all. I don't run. Nobody, and as weak as some people may think I am, because I am not huffing and puffing and blowing your house down by cussing you to death, right? I'm not weak by a long shot. I see things more than people think, but because people are judgmental and they're only looking at their perception, they can only see what they can see. But there's more to me than meets the eye. That's why you don't ever say, I would have done this if I was this person. You don't know what you would have done unless you in the situation. So I really dismiss and don't like talking to people like that. I rather talk to people, yes, that hold me accountable, whether I like it or not, but at the same time, be empathetic and sympathetic to what I'm going through. Don't be judgmental of me, because you don't know anything of what I've been through and how I feel about things or how I see things sometimes. But it's more to me than meets the eye. People think I'm weak. People that don't know me think I'm not built a certain way. Was you born with me? Were you raised up with me? Were we in the same neighborhood? Did we go to the same school? Did you see me out in the streets and doing no, you didn't see none of that. People clean up well. You don't know what folks go through. You don't know anything of what anybody has went through. There's people that have went through more than you can ever know. But because they know people are fools on here, they're not going to share their information. Just like me. I'm not going to share everything I've been through because I understand the demons I'm dealing with. But what I will say is I'm not weak by a long shot, because guess what? I didn't run. I didn't fold and I didn't break, and I won't. So you can huff and puff, cuss, lie, do panels, whole lives, whatever you want to do. But just know I'm going to be here and I'm going to still stay standing. I'm not going to cancel my channel and then come back when I feel it's safe to come out. I'm here and I ain't going nowhere until I want to go. And it will be because it's meant for me to do. I have something bigger that I'm doing. That's when I'll leave. Other than that, I'm going to stay just to piss the haters off.
That part.
I don't run and I don't fold. So, and I'm like that in real life. I'm not a bunch of talk. Like I said, that's why When I come on here, I'm real light as far as, this, this is, YouTube. So you want to be light, you want to be fun. You know what I'm saying? You want to be charismatic, because I am that in real life. I'm like that in real life. I get along with men and women. So I'm like that in real life. But at the same time, understand you are dealing with a person that seems like they a certain way, but they're not that way at all. And that's exactly how I want it to be. I want you to think I don't know what you're doing. I want you to think that you're getting up on me. I want you to think that you really just slaughtered me. Okay? I want you to think that. But inside of me and what I got going on and what I will be doing, you have no idea. So I like for people to underestimate me. That is good. Continue to keep doing that. Continue to keep thinking that I'm trash. Continue to keep thinking that I'm a thought and a slut. Continue to think that I'm ugly and Miss Piggy. Continue to think that. Because one day you will eat your words. And all I'm going to be doing is sitting back smiling, because I told you.
And she has spoken. And I agree. I don't think anybody should not do what they enjoy doing, all because people are either having a miserable experience or themselves are already miserable. That's something that they have to work towards to, get through themselves. That's not up for other people to do for them. That's something they have to work out. But as far as, again, and it always goes back to it, you're in control of your actions and what it is that you do. So I definitely understand that, especially if this is something that you enjoy doing, you should always do it. Don't let nobody discourage you from doing it.
And when it's not, that's when it's not for me. You know what I'm saying? So since I knew at that point it was not, I wasn't feeling that, and I was about to go and find a bitch and on a Sunday, I had to realize I was going in the wrong direction. I was going in the wrong direction because I'm trying to move forward in my life. And when I see people trying to grab you and pull you backwards and make you react and pull your strings, I'm like, I got to learn. I got to be in control of me. At the end of the day, I am control of me. These niggas ain't controlling me, but you give people control when you give it to them. And and like I said, I refuse to do that. I will starve your ass now, because I understand what I am dealing with and what these people want. They want your good energy. They want to suck it out of you because they want to prove to their lousy ass that look at her. You see, she's not that. She's doing this. She's saying that. And that makes them feel better. So since I know that now, since I really know that to the core of me, I'm going to starve they ass, because I see them. I see them for who they are. See, when you see people for who they are, you're not going to fit in anyway. They're not going to like you anyway. You could be the nicest person trying to be helpful, encouraging, giving. They won't like you anyway because they're not like you. And when you understand that, you understand that you can't allow people to pull your strings when they want to. See, I realized I was giving people power that didn't deserve it. And when I realized that, I said, oh, hell no. I can't do it. I won't do it. I'll starve you just to piss you off. I'm not giving people my good energy because I understand that it's like something, you know how a notch under a belt. You know how a man, when he has all these different type of women, it's like a notch. That's how people feel when they can make you react. That's how people feel when they can get up under your skin and make you feel away. Now, I'm not saying there's not going to be some times where I will have to address some things and be like, wait a minute, hell no. That didn't happen. Stop lying. This is what happened. There'll be sometimes I will do that, but sometimes it won't, because I understand that people, let me just say this, people that are operating under demonic energy, their currency is taking away your joy, taking away your happiness. That's what they get joy from. That's their currency. That's how they get approval from their master that they're doing a good job by pulling you down. And I understand that now. I understood it then. I just didn't want to accept it. I felt like I had to fight because I couldn't fight physically like I was used to doing. I had to fight verbally just like them. But then I realized that's not God. God pulled you from that. You're not like that no more. You don't have to do that no more. So don't do it. Fight people on a different level. And so when I understood what I was dealing with, I can't be fake anymore, with myself. I got to admit where I was wrong. I got to admit how I let people play me like a yo-yo, and I got to move from it and not keep doing it. The thing about accountability is accepting your fault and then learning from it, not continuing to keep doing it. That doesn't make any sense. Now that's insanity. So I'm like, they got me messed up. I ain't finna do none of that. And in my mind, all I can just see myself is giving them 2 fingers, middle fingers at that. I just realized that I'm not gonna do it. People can say what they want to say. That's their right, even though it can be disrespectful, even though it can lie on you. But again, I'm no different from anybody else. People can talk about me. People can lie on me, just like everybody else. So I can't tell people, stop lying on me. Stop talking about me. Stop. You can't do that because that's life. And as my brother-in-law taught me, you got to take the bitter with the sweet. That's how life is. Everything ain't going to be sweet sometimes. You're going to meet some terrible people, but you're also going to meet some good people, some honest people. And those are the people I'm so glad I had a blessing to meet. I'm so glad that I had, like I was saying, I had a friend from New York come down. We had such a great time. I'm so glad that I have my home girls. I'm so glad that I got my family. I'm so glad that I got real people that I can, call and be around that's encouraging, that I can encourage. Because it's not all about me. In relationship, it's reciprocity. So I can't just take everything. I gotta be a giver too. So in everything I'm learning to handle myself as a woman, to handle myself as a content creator, and to always be true to me, regardless of anybody else. I don't owe nobody nothing on this app but the respect that they give me. If you give me respect, I'm going to give it to you. If you give me disrespect, I'm going to give it to you, but it ain't going to be in the way you want me to do or how I used to do it. It is what it is. So whatever you give out, that's what you're going to get from me. I'm going to be consistent in being who I am. I'm not going to allow people to pull me any kind of way and sway to what their narrative is for me. I'm just not. So when I understood that, I understand that I do not fold. I do not break. And nobody on this planet Earth is going to move me because I'm responsible for me. So that's how I see it.
That was well put. Because that's just the nature of things. That's just what it is. You had to do it for yourself, and you had to go and get that understanding. And now that you have that understanding, you know how to move accordingly.
Right.
So I definitely understand that, and I agree with that. You always want more for yourself. So
exactly.
That was perfectly well put. Definitely well said. I agree, Charles Adderley. That was definitely well said. Um, which with that kind of transparency, that's such a excellent way to segue into the now the question segment.
Oh, damn, D, where you at?
The question segment
Did you
portion
harass
of the
me?
show, where again, like I explained to the viewers that's watching right now at home, that Selena will be taking questions either from the chat, or she will at her discretion take panel questions. You can be a panelist and hit the panel to ask her a question as well, at her discretion. So if you're watching right now, this right here is the question segment portion of the show. So I will be dropping the link for anybody that's viewing this live
Mhm.
stream of to either come up and ask their question, or if you're a viewer that's in the chat, you could type your question inside the chat. So give me just a sec just to post the link inside of the chat, and we can move forward. And Selena, if there's anything on your mind right now during this portion, you can speak about that as well.
No, I just thank you for the positive energy that's in the chat. I know I didn't get to speak to everyone, but hello, hello, hello. I appreciate you for supporting me on my platform as well as on Also Dope. I appreciate it. And like I said, I will be answering questions as real as I can be. And just don't be disrespectful. Come with respect. You will definitely get respect. So that's about it. Anybody that would like to come up?
There it is. So you heard it from her as well. The same thing, that I put out there. I'm glad she pretty much reconfirmed that as well, that that's what's going on right now. She's going to answer questions to the best of her ability and as truthfully, as honestly as she can. And this right here is the outlet for you to do just as that, to ask your questions either in the chat or to hit the link, become a panelist, and ask your question by putting a voice with your words.
Yeah, come on up. Don't be shy. So yeah, but I really enjoy, myself. I have to kind of get warmed up, but I really, like I said, I want to make sure that I'm gonna be me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Regardless. So yeah, I went a little left just a minute ago, but
No, but well, how did you go left? You was
but,
explaining your position and what your thoughts, because like I've told you again, before, when we've had a conversation, of course, when we structuring this whole live stream to happen, I told you that this was built around you. This is, your thoughts, your insight, and how you view things. And this is the opportunity for you to share your thoughts just as you did. So I thought you did what you were supposed to, you know what I'm saying? And you said you would. So I don't think you went left. I think you just expressed your thoughts and how you see things. So I wouldn't consider that left or offensive. If you think that might have been offensive to anyone, I don't think it should have been offensive to anyone. It just was me listening to somebody give their stance, how they look at things.
Charles has a question.
Okay, Charles says, not a question, just a comment. You know your worth. You don't need others to validate you. Just focus on being the best you can be. Much blessings and uncommon favor. Good words by Charles Adderley. Shout out to Charles Adderley.
Hey, Charles.
Factuals.
Charles Adderley, being a supporter, and always giving words of encouragement. Appreciate that, Charles, man. But that is a fact. I definitely agree. You definitely know your worth. It's important to know your worth. That goes back to what I was saying, like already having some type of structure, some foundation you was built upon, that a platform like this couldn't chink your armor, because you know what you see when you look in the mirror every day. You know what I'm saying? So definitely that was some deep words right there, Charles Adderley. You don't need validation, and to come to any platform, not just YouTube, any social media
Right.
platform, looking for validation, you're looking all in the wrong places, instead of surrounding yourself by, actual people that's going to hold you accountable like you would hold yourself.
People definitely will try They will try to break you, but like Charles said, you actually do have to know your worth. And like you were saying earlier, you do have to have a foundation before you even come on any type of platform or deal with anything, really. Any type of thing that you're dealing with life, whether you've been diagnosed with cancer or whether you're on YouTube dealing with a lot of harassment and cyberbullying, or whatever you going through in life, losing your job, you have to have a foundation. So, because if you don't have a foundation, and you're not solid in anything, nothing keeps you solid, you're like all over the place, you're going to lose yourself in whatever situation you're in because you have no foundation and nothing that is solid.
Right. I totally agree. You got to stand for something. Oh, we do have someone in the back, gentleman, Brainwaves. What's going on, Brainwaves? I'm bringing you back. I'm bringing you up now. What's going on, Brainwaves?
What's
Hey,
going on,
Brainwaves.
OSD? Hey, what's up, sis?
How are
Thank you
you?
for having me on OSD. I
Oh,
definitely
no problem.
appreciate it.
Thank you for coming up on the platform, man.
Absolutely. I want to give you some words of encouragement, Selena, because I just caught a part of your stream as I was preparing for my own,
Uh-huh.
and I heard everything you were saying. And as a content creator myself and someone sitting in the audience, you were 100% on point. The energy that you brought says a lot, and energy does communicate a lot to people. It's not what you say, it's how you say what you say. That also goes into what we do. And so the way that you conveyed your words, it was a lot of power behind that. I'm definitely excited to see where you're going to go from here. It marks a chapter with your level of dealing with the circumstances and the path that you're forging. If anyone was listening or they go back and watch this on the replay, they're gonna be like, wait, what? Is this the same Selena that I knew, say, a couple of days, couple of weeks, months, or however long they knew you? You could definitely see the growth. You could hear it, feel it. I'm very encouraged. I'm looking forward to seeing whatever it is that you're going to be doing. You being here on OSD's platform, this is encouraging in itself. As you can see, Selena, you have a lot of support from a lot of strong, righteous men. Okay, I'm just going to put it out like that. Men that are doing the right thing. That says a lot because we don't waste our time associating with women that aren't doing right, unless maybe that's our line of work and we're trying to rehabilitate them. We don't give them the time of day. So I really want you to be encouraged with what you said, because I don't really have any questions. You answered so much that if I was going to have a question at this time, I really don't. It's very powerful. I hope you bookmark or save this particular live stream. This is something you might want to make a mental note of. This is a very powerful moment, and just even in a spiritual sense, it's something that's going to be unforgettable. So I wanted you to know that. I want you to hear it personally. I want the audience to hear. And if y'all are in the audience, OSD has invited you all. Selena has. They're very laid back individuals. I am myself. Please come on the platform and ask questions. This is the time for you as the audience, the viewers, to really get a chance to connect with both of these awesome individuals. I'm not going to stick around too much longer because I have my own stream to prepare for. But please, when we ask you all to come aboard and do these things, we're really trying to give you that opportunity to build relationships. And relationships are everything. It's not about what you know, it's about who you know. If you don't know the right people, hey, things may not go right. If you do know the right people, most likely things will go right. So take this opportunity that OSD and Selena is extending to you all. Please jump on this panel. I lead by example. You saw me get on this panel. I don't have any questions to ask at the moment, but I just want to do this as encouragement, not only to the people on the show, but as well as to you all in the audience.
Thank you so much, Brainwaves. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
You are certainly
Definitely. I appreciate you, Brainwaves, for coming up and giving those words of encouragement, man. Because, like you say, you never know what type of day or what type of situation a person is in, and words go a long way. And sometimes, vibrations are, well, not sometimes, all the time, vibrations are transferable. So to put that
Mhm.
into, to instill that in somebody, not knowing what type of day that is, that's already powerful in itself. So I definitely appreciate you coming on the platform and sharing that, bro.
yes,
Mhm.
sir.
Thank you so much. That blessed me. Thank you.
You are so
Mhm.
welcome. So I'm gonna fall back since I
All
still have
right.
some preparations to do. But I'll be listening in the clouds at least until I go live, and then
Okay.
I'll check the replay to finish out whatever I miss.
Okay. Thank you so much. That really blessed me for real. I
Absolutely. Appreciate that, Brainwaves. Thank you for stopping in, man, and sharing your thoughts. You are absolutely right. This is the opportunity to do it. And you took just that, just to send out even more, positive vibrations. So again, thank you again, bro.
Yes,
thank
sir.
you.
I'll definitely I'll be around. I'll be in touch. I just subbed you up, OSD.
Yeah,
I really enjoy finding out about the smaller channels, the newer channels. That's where a lot of excitement happens for me.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
not all the big platforms. I know about all of those. It's these untouched or undiscovered platforms and channels that's this is the trend. I don't know if you all have seen, but there's a shift on social media, especially on YouTube, where the big platforms are, if they're not doing what they need to do in the proper manner, they are crumbling. And all of the
Hmm.
smaller platforms are building up. Is what I say scripturally, the meek shall inherit the earth, and the wealth of
Hmm.
the heathen gets transferred to the just. So you're seeing
Hmm.
a lot of smaller content creators that have been just and they haven't gotten their just due.
Mm.
Now there's a change of tide, and that's what's happening.
All
So
right,
I'm
thank
ecstatic for being on this platform.
you.
Again, thank y'all for having me. I know I'm like the bigger platform, but I don't get caught up in that.
Right.
Just
Thank
thank
you so
y'all so
much.
much. And I'm gonna fall back on that note, and I'll be in touch. Y'all know where to find me, and I know where to find you both.
Yes,
Yes.
sir, man.
Shout
Appreciate
out
that
to
support,
Brainwave.
man.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I'm
Yeah.
definitely subbing up as well. Appreciate the sub, Brainwaves, and like I said, we're gonna discuss a lot more different topics on this channel in particular, and that's been my biggest thing since doing this channel, keeping it organic. And the best way to keep it organic is staying true to self. That way to me, you won't lose your way because you still have to be true to self. So that's what I'm building this thing around. So I definitely appreciate you. You know, seeing
Mhm.
that and acknowledging the fact and giving that appreciation, that because it's the little things that people don't see that
Right.
that others do. And like I said, thank you, man.
You're certainly welcome, fam. Certainly welcome. All right, so let me fall back now. Come on. I put the
Yeah.
word
Come
out
on.
there.
Come on.
I need to jump up on the panel now. Come on now.
Yes, definitely hit the link. Ask your questions in the chat.
You
As
know.
you see that Brainwaves did, he came up giving words of encouragement. But if you also have a question as well, you can become a panelist with the link being available in the chat right now. Or if you feel more comfortable asking your questions from the chat, feel free to ask your questions for the chat. Again, this is all at Selena's discretion.
Mm,
Thank you, everybody
mm.
that's watching right now.
Yeah, that was great.
I'll
Yeah,
say one
and
more thing before I go.
uh,
Literally was about to hit the leave button, and the Most High just laid something on my spirit. Some of you in the audience, you might be a fellow content creator yourself. Someone must be sitting in the audience that has the potential of being a creator, but yet you've hesitated because maybe you're trying to get over that fear of being seen on a camera, or is this right? Do I look right? You heard what OSD said, being authentic. Be who you are, be who the Most High created you to be. None of that, like, don't get caught up in all of that. That's not of righteousness. That's not biblical truth. That's not the way that you were designed to move. So take
mm,
this opportunity, come on this platform and be seen. It could actually launch your career. I don't know who's out there, but somebody is sitting in the audience that's been wrestling with that. So if that's
Mhm.
you, please just take this wonderful opportunity to be seen and ask your questions.
Okay.
So I'm gonna fall back on that note, and hopefully that person, those
Okay.
people take that opportunity.
Absolutely, man.
I would say run
Appreciate
for the hills now.
that.
It's okay. No, I'm not gonna say that. But yeah, you have to get over your fear. I think that
Definitely.
was one of the reasons also for me coming on the platform and camming up. I had to get over my fear. So and I think that a lot of times fear it holds a lot of people back. It held me back because you were worried so much about how you're going to look, what people were going to say, what people were going to do. When fear is just like the boogeyman when we were kids and we thought we saw something in the dark, but when our mama or our daddy put on the light, it wasn't nothing there. And that's just how
Mhm.
fear is. It's just like a boogeyman. So it is what it is.
It is. So I'm gonna fall back on that note and give someone else a chance to come up, take center stage.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Brainwaves, for pulling up, G's, and sharing your thoughts, man. And again, I'm a sub up. And that was great. That was definitely great for the material as well. The good add on, and appreciate you pulling up, bro.
Yes, sir. Again, thank you for having me on, and I will get up with you both in the
Okay.
near future.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Anyways, see ya. That's my buddy.
Absolutely,
Uh,
absolutely. Shout out to Brainwaves pulling up, sharing
ow.
his thoughts, and giving some words of encouragement too for anybody that's watching at home. I've
Mhm.
said it time and time again that content creating isn't easy and it isn't for everybody. But you never know unless you try. If you do it and you figure that's something not for you, well, at least you can say you tried it, and you just find your niche or something else. But I am going to be the first to tell you that this is not easy, and it's not for everybody. You really have to have thick skin, and you got to understand what comes with wearing your content creator's cap. When you have that hat
Right.
on, a lot entails that. So you just got to be prepared for the journey, because it's going to be a journey, just like with anything else. You put your best foot forward and do.
No, that's right. Well, I'm gonna give people a few more minutes, but I gotta get ready. I gotta get ready for my Sunday dinner. So
Yeah, yeah. No, listen, it's getting about that time, and we actually picked. I was sitting here thinking about it, Selena. We picked a great time to sit down and do this, because now
right.
we can get some good material in, and then we can enjoy the rest of our day, and
Exactly.
give people something that they can watch, and share their thoughts on, of course. So this was a good time that was set forward to do this, and it couldn't happen at a better time.
What I'm cooking. Oh, maybe a little roast, maybe some a roast and some green beans and some mashed potatoes, just the regular. Yeah. I can't cook. Some men cook better than women. I found that to be true. Now I can cook, but it's some men,
He said, "Not you, though."
look, it's some men that can make me look like I might need to get some notes from you. So, but yeah, you said you coming to dinner. But yeah, anybody can come up to the platform and you ask me a question because, like I said, it's about that time. About that time. Gamma said something in the chat. Gamma World.
And they said, y'all have a great evening. You as well, Gammas."
She said, "Oh no, I was going up." She said, "There's no question, but just wanting to say that you were able to set your stance. Only you can move forward without allowing anyone to take you back." Right?
Mm,
That's true.
mm,
That is so true. Yeah, you got to know what you're on here for. That's number one. After you
right,
find out what you're here for, what you gonna do, what you willing to accept, what you
right.
willing not to accept, you'll be okay. You know what I'm
Mhm,
saying? But you also got to know it's gonna take you to have some thick skin. And I
mhm.
think after I finish with all of this, I'm gonna have some elephant skin, because it's I'm like, 'cause these people out here, they don't play no games with their evilness. They just evil.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's a saying that people always say, but I don't even think they realize it. Hurting people hurt people. So
Mm-hmm.
it's so many hurting people out here that just had a messed up life, or they had some things that happened to them that they can't get over.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of them dealing with it and getting help for it, instead of them taking, either some accountability for it, even if it wasn't their fault, just dealing with the situation and getting healed from it, they
Mm-hmm.
take this stuff out on other people that maybe resemble something or resemble somebody that they've dealt with, and they go ham. You know what I'm saying? So you got to get help. That's why I say, people, if you need counseling, go to counseling. Don't ever think you're too good to go get somebody and talk to somebody. You got to trust somebody. And some of the stuff that people do is because they have not dealt with their stuff. So they don't mind coming on YouTube, and because you resemble the woman that took your man, you see that woman, she resemble that woman, you gonna go off, you gonna go ham, you gonna murder her with your tongue, because that person resembles you of somebody in your past. And sometimes people just have things that they have not let go. You have to learn how to manage the chip on your shoulder. And what I mean by that, everybody, whether they realize it or not, have had a chip on their shoulder. And you can make that chip on your shoulder work out for your good. How? By knowing that I got this chip on my shoulder, but it's not going to define me. I'm going to work through this. I'm going to be a better person. I'm going to learn to be a decent person. I'm not going to learn to take this behavior out on people that didn't deserve it. That's how you manage the chip on your shoulder. You go talk to somebody. You go get accountability people. And even if you're a man, you don't want to really, because men are they prideful. They don't do that kind of stuff. They feel that's what women do. But even men need somebody to talk to every now and then. You have to learn to manage the chip on your shoulder. You can't let your chip manage you. You just can't. You're going to bleed on everybody you come in contact with. You're going to affect everybody in a negative way that you're in contact with, because you have not learned to deal with it. And my thing is, I am not a therapist. I'm going into social work instead of education, but regardless, I know I got my own stuff. I know I got my own chip that I'm managing. And I'm trying my best to manage it to the best of my ability, so I don't take everything out on other people. That I don't hold everybody's feet to the fire when I got my own stuff I got to deal with. We all got something. Nobody on this earth is exempt from having problems. The problem is people that have problems, they become their problem. They become what they hate and spew it on everybody they meet. That is what I don't want to be. And that's why I make my steps and my stance intentional, because I understand where I can go, but I understand also the potential of how far and great I can be. So when I understand my potential, that's what I'm going to dwell on. I'm not going to dwell on my bad mistakes. I'm not going to dwell on that stuff that, hey, I could have did differently. It happened. So what else? So once I understand that, that's how I learn to move accordingly. And it's no playbook on how to manage sometimes through life. It's not. You just have to try to figure, for some people, it's the Bible, some people, it's the Quran. So it's different things for different people, whatever they want to believe in. But you have to find a way where you can find something that you are connected to, that gives you some type of solid ground that you can stand on and build on that. Don't try to be everybody else. Don't try. I'm not going to try to be you, oh so dope. I'm not going to try to be Charles. I'm not going to try to be Gamma. I'm not going to try to be like SBK. I'm going to try be who you are. And that's the whole point of my live today, is what I'm learning, to be me. I'm very unapologetically okay with being Selena. And I don't care who's not okay with that. That's your problem, not mine. And you got to have it. You got to feel the exact same way. Be you.
It's the only way. This is, it was God given. He gave you the thought process, he gave you the mindset, he gave you to be just that. To go outside of that doesn't make any sense. That was well said. That's what it's about.
Right.
Your thoughts, how you respond to situations. And, sometimes we make decisions. We got to be prepared for what comes from the situation.
Exactly.
But you always get an experience from it.
Exactly. So if as I yield the floor, I would say everybody just be you. Don't be trying to be like nobody else, because it ain't gonna look right. Okay, it's not gonna look right. Be yourself, whether people like it or not. And if they don't like it, if they want to talk about you like a dog, if they want to lie on you, so to where you just like, I can't believe this, that people that don't know you can just lie on you. But this is what it is. You have to be you at the end of the day. The sad part is when you lie to yourself about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's the sad part.
Mm-hmm.
But when you get beyond lying to yourself about yourself, you'll be okay. So since I don't stop lying to myself about myself, I've been so much better, because I'm so happy I am Selena, and I'm not you. I'm not SBK. I'm not Miss Regina. I'm not Mr. Charles. I'm Selena, and I'm okay with it. So you guys be okay with being you. And I yield the floor. Hey, Bama.
Hey, that was well said, Selena. And I just want to tell you thank you for, coming to the platform and sharing your thoughts, and, feeling comfortable to give your insight and sharing how you see things. The vision that I saw for this live stream, everything happened the way that I saw it would. You would come up here, be comfortable enough to share your thoughts, because everybody has a story. Everybody's story is the reason why they handle or speak to situations the way they do. And that's something that I wanted to highlight when I started Let's Have a Conversation. And this is basically what it entailed. And, you've been nothing but immaculate as far as, with this particular segment. And I appreciate you for your transparency and being as clear and concise as you can be. This is dope. And for the people to watch the playback, and for the people that's caught this when it was live, and able to see that, hopefully, it can invoke some type of conversation or invoke some type of insight as well for the person that they may have had an opinion about, but now they could understand as, to how that person is, because they got this type of insight from you, and you took the time to put that out there. So I say all that to say this, like, thank you for, sharing that, and coming on the platform and doing that. So appreciate you.
All right. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. Thank you for even thinking about me to come on your platform.
Yeah, sure.
I am very grateful. Again, I'm grateful for the people that came in to support, had good intentions, and had encouraging words. Thank you for that as well. I really had a good time. Now it's time to eat. So I'm ready for that.
Now you're trying to eat.
I'm trying to eat. I'm like TY, I'm trying to eat. So, but yeah, it's all good. Thank you so much.
No, I appreciate your time, Selena. I appreciate you coming up. Like I said, I asked guests to come up, and you came up in good faith, and that always makes for good material. So thank you again, Selena, and sending nothing but positive vibrations your way. And you're more than welcome to come to the platform and discuss, whatever it is, whatever
And
I'm talking about
likewise,
a topic, you're more than welcome. Thank
I'm gonna
you.
have to get you on Selena's couch. So that's the next thing.
I'm
And
on the way. I'm on the
okay,
way.
all
I'm on the
right.
way. You don't have to hold me to the fire with that. I'm definitely on the way. I definitely want to, sit on Selena's couch and have a conversation. That's my thing. So I'm definitely going to make my way. We're gonna make that segment happen for sure.
All right. All right. All right. Love you guys to Reese's Pieces. And I'm out. So I'll talk to you guys later.
Shout out to Selena, aka Selena 3 times.
3 times.
Pulling up. Y'all seen it here, man. I appreciate each and every last one of y'all that showed up to this live chat, that showed up to the live stream, shared your thoughts, asked your questions, hit the panel. All that is greatly appreciated. Like I've always said, the interactions is always appreciated. If you can invoke some type of conversation or some type of opinion, then you've done your job. At least that's how I look at it. And I definitely see that I, accomplished just that. Selena accomplished just that too, with, her, her thoughts and her opinions, and, giving her perspective and insight. It made for great material. And I appreciate y'all for just, being in and enjoying the experience as well. And, hopefully you was able to pull something from this particular piece of content on YouTube. And if you did, that's a job well done. It makes me feel good to see that something that I constructed, can be conducive to someone. So thank you all. Appreciate you all that showed up to the live chat and typed your messages in there. Shout out the playback gang. You know what to do. Run it up, run it up, run it up. Watch it on the playback. Comments are appreciated in the comment section. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. It's all greatly appreciated. Sub up to Selena channel. Before we get out of here, I'm going to actually place her channel in the chat just so people can have that, and also place her I'm gonna place her link inside the description box of this actual video as well. Man, this has been a great interview, and it came in the way it transpired is how I seen it from the start. So this is great, man, and I'm very appreciative that when plans come together, because sometimes plans don't come together. And when plans come together, you get good material like this. So, thank you all, for showing up, sharing your thoughts. This has been dope. I'm getting her link now so you all can have it. Sub up to Selena. All right. Okay. The link to Selena's YouTube channel is in the chat. Again, hit that subscribe button on Selena's chat. Selena's channel. She discusses various topics on her channel, giving her own personal opinion on them and her own thoughts in her own way. Just as she's did up here on my panel today. You can share that same experience with her content on her channel. So make sure you sub up to Selena. Shout out to Selena. This was a dope interview, and you love when a good plan comes together. And the next Let's Have a Conversation segment is going to be great as well. And I got big plans for that. Just like each one that I've been doing, they're all special in their own way. And I just want to say thank you all for just supporting. Again, thank you to everybody that's pulling up to these live streams, that's hitting the like button, that's supporting, sharing their thoughts in the comment section. It's all greatly appreciated. Thank you. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this video, share the channel. Protect your peace, protect your energy. Always strive to make good decisions. Love yourself first. Like you love someone else without loving yourself first. OSD Live Reloaded, aka Also Dope Live Reloaded, is the channel. Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, gone.
I swear I'll be giving y'all my life in these verses. I can't really make none of this shit up. This is my life as I know it. All factuals. I ain't got no time to sit down and lie to you. I just be jotting down my life. Netflix and chill. Baby braiding up my hair. I thought I told you that my game Frigidaire. Just trying to make sure you're aware. It's a whole lot of money to be made everywhere, and it's solely up to you if you gon' get it how you live it. Hennessy Code, that's factuals. My young thing got potential, let me package you. If you know, then you know I can mold you, baby. Put your listening ears on, don't be talking crazy. I ain't nothing like you used to. Coolin', I'm staying away from all that stupid shit too. Gotta get the bag, maneuvering in silence, life's good. Why would I wake up choosing violence? Damn shame they don't wanna see you happy on this side of gallons, getting brain freezes from some daiquiris. I need that shit like right now, baby. I need that shit like right now. Listen, I need that shit like right now, baby. I need that shit like right now. Shit. Listen, love, don't you know that we are just coolin'? And baby, I just want you to chill. We just groovin'. Listen, I need that shit like right now, baby. I need that shit like right now. Listen, I'm feeling alright now. Shit, I'm feeling alright now. Good. First they seem to love you and then that shit turn to hate. I could really give a fuck cause I wanna just elevate. Get in place in and out of Cali on the weekends, just to get your mind right and stay about the deep end. Thank you God, I know in favor how my life is going. The ones who fake you kept them from me and it's really showing. Bruce Lee, war, aura, baby, I be glowing. You can't gain me love, I be knowing. If you stand for nothing, then you fall for something. Some bad bitches that you see ain't never worth the cuffing. I remain cooler than the cut, you know what it's up. Riding around on assignment, baby, you know what it's up. I need that shit like right now, baby. I need that shit like right now. Listen, I need that shit like right now, baby. I need that shit like right now. Shit. Listen, love, don't you know that we are just coolin'? And baby, I just want you to chill. We just groovin'. Yeah, baby, that's the one. Like I said, I need that shit like right now. Like right now. Don't get none of that on my shoes either. I don't give a fuck how much sauce you see. Yeah, you the one.